Hello, I'm Leah and this is Tom. We are the husband and wife team behind Life IFA. So our website is absolutely full of all financial fun stuff. So we thought we'd come on and just do a little bit talking about us so you can get to know the faces behind the words. So I think we'll start with a bit about who we are outside of work, because we do have a life outside of work.
Small life.
Small life, tiny one, tiny life. Yeah, so we live in Bishop Stortford in Hertfordshire, which is just north of London. We live together and with our cat Bo, who is our Chief Happiness Officer. She plays a very important role in the business, and she might make an appearance if we're lucky. And yeah, outside of work, I'd say my main hobbies, I'm quite into powerlifting, surprisingly. You can ask me what my SBD is and we can compare gym stats. I also do quite a few crafty things. I have many unfinished craft projects on the go. What about you?
Yeah, it's two main hobbies, isn't it? One really useful hobby and one hobby you're not such a fan of. So the useful hobby, I was incredibly lucky after university to spend a year at culinary school, and I absolutely love to cook. I like to eat even more, but I probably cook, probably 5-6 evenings a week we cook. We do a lot of batch cooking as well.
We do eat on the 1 or 2 evenings that he doesn't cook. It's just the leftovers.
Yeah. We pretty much live on the batch cooking for lunches, but then dinner time, yeah, I'll say it's 5 or 6 times a week. But the useless hobby is, it's not useless, it's get a lot of self-satisfaction, is I love to collect Lego Star Wars minifigures, it sounds incredibly lame when you say it out loud, but I've got over 1,500 of them, and I probably dedicate a good, I'd say 3-4 days a year to maintaining that collection.
What's your favourite one? I'll get a picture on the screen.
Well, I wouldn't want to offend, the others, so I don't have a favourite. I
promise they're not listening.
There's people like to say what is the most expensive one, but that's a secret.
Yes, not that Lego Star Wars is a good financial investment that we are advertising. It is a passion of love, not investment expertise.
Yeah, that is definitely true. There's no profit to be made in that endeavour at all. Right, I think that's our hobbies. Yeah. But I think what people often ask is, what's the key motivation for starting a business? And then obviously, particularly for us, Life IFA. So I think maybe, you kick off. Why did you join us?
You're the one who founded it. You kick off on why you founded it, because I actually joined a few months after.
Okay. So it all started when I was about 6 years old. No, I'm not going to be that long story.
It all started when I was a little boy.
I think it did start quite early, actually. And I'll say it was when I was at university. I studied economics, and I took a financial economics elective unit. And a professor put a chart on the screen of different asset classes against each other, it would have been government bonds versus equities. And it was that seventh wonder of the world, as Albert Einstein called it, compound interest in action. It was something ludicrous, but we have the stats now anyway. It wouldn't have been this exact chart, but I know this now to be true. If you invested £1 in 1900 in the equity market, you would have about £1,100. That's after inflation today. And I just thought, so
mind blown.
Yeah, finance was sort of on my mind, I guess, from that point. Then I got a job as an economist, which really had very little to do with financial planning. But the more impactful thing was actually my first paycheck and what to do with it. And so I do what most people do, DIY invest and just chuck it on a platform. I used Hargreaves Lansdown and made a few quid, lost a few quid. And then I thought, I just need to know, how to do this better. So came across the Chartered Insurance Institute, which is one of the 3 main ways to become a financial planner, and studied that while I was working, doing my economist job. But it was never to be a financial planner. It was actually just so I could better invest and know things myself. But really, financial planning isn't really about investing. It's about structuring your wealth in the best way with tax, thinking long term, and it's not, investment is very, very important, but there's a lot more to it than just investing. And actually I felt there was a massive gap that I didn't understand with financial planning, which was investing. So then I took the CFA, which I felt plugged that gap, and I felt by doing both those qualifications I was then fully understanding how I can invest my money in the best possible way. I think after doing something like that and being a bit obsessive about it, you naturally have people coming to you and asking questions about how can they better invest, because I was probably always talking about and being annoying in the office. And then it was just this, again, light bulb moment where I absolutely love this. I'm now qualified, well, dual qualified in two aspects of it. So why not just do it as a career? That's it, really. Took us to Life IFA, so now we're actually doing it.
Yeah, the whole life story.
Yeah.
Simple and efficient.
Well, that was efficient.
Got there eventually, yeah. So we launched, or Tom started Life IFA in 2025, and I joined a few months later. And my motivation of joining was for a bit more personal freedom. I like the idea of being my own boss and being Tom's boss. And I also like the idea of giving more financial freedom to others, as that was something Tom learnt how to do and taught me initially how to do. So that was quite motivating. But my background wasn't actually in financial advice. My background, I worked as a civil servant. I was a government statistician. I worked my way around all the different government departments. I worked my way up. I was in a well-paid job. I had good benefits. I had a government pension that most people won't want to leave. But the reason I joined public sector in the first place is because I had the amazing idea leaving uni, like a lot of people do, of I want to help people, I want to make a difference in the world. And I thought, well, I must join a charity or join the public sector. So there I was, off on my quest into a civil service. And after a good few years, I thought, I'm just not really making the impact that I hoped that I would be, and I don't quite feel like I had the same purpose anymore. Whereas I could see Tom doing his financial advice, and he very much was making an impact every day, literally transforming some people's lives, helping them to retire years earlier, adding zeros to their bank balances. And I thought, I want a piece of that cake. So alongside my job, I also did the financial advice qualification, and a few months after Tom, I joined the wagon. So when Tom had the idea of setting up Life IFA, I thought, fantastic, this is our opportunity to build something for ourselves as well as building for others, trying to impart what both of us have been able to learn on other people, hopefully, and help them make some of the positive changes that we've got to experience ourselves. And it's going okay so far. Husband and wife, partners in life and partners in business. We'll have to give you an annual update on that one.
And the last member, she is here. There we go.
Say
also on the
hello.
website. There we go. Oh no, she's not.
No chin.
She's not saying anything. She's being shy, camera shy.
She does have an
Anyways.
important role in the business, Bo, our Chief Happiness Officer. She likes to send welcome packs to our clients to say thank you so much for having you on board. So yes, you do get to meet her during our time together. But for now, it's getting very close to her dinner time and quite close to ours. So I think we'll leave it there. But feel free to message us on either my or Tom's LinkedIn if you'd like to have a chat. Otherwise,
Click the book a meeting.
click the book a meeting
Yeah.
or check out the rest of our website. See ya!
See you.